Hi, everybody. Welcome back to All Right Art with Mr. Sorvery. Today, we're going to be starting the Roman Dome TinkerCad assignment. Now, this assignment comes from a tutorial that is on the TinkerCad website. I'm going to show you where to find that if you prefer to have the tutorial be the way that you learn about this. But the tutorial is a little bit confusing, and I wanted to make sure that I was continuing our daily videos so that everybody who wants to do this assignment will have both options, both the tutorial and a video to help explain some of the things that are a little bit confusingly stated in the tutorial and also not explained. First thing I'm going to do is show you where to find this tutorial. If you click on the Learn blog or Learn button here, you're going to be able to see starters, lessons, and projects. Since we already have a little bit of a foundation, we're going to select projects and then click on the See All projects, which is where you'll be able to find the Roman Dome if you scroll down the page just a little bit. All right, here it is. I'm going to click on it and you'll see here that it has lots of different steps. We're going to restart the project and I'm going to walk you through the individual steps, but it'll also allow you to do the project just on a regular workspace if you're following through on this assignment. First thing we're going to do here is drag a cylinder onto our work surface and start scaling it. Now, if you hit the shift button on your keyboard while you pull in and out, you're going to be able to scale your column in 2 dimensions. You're also going to be able to simply enter in those values in those boxes right there. I think that's a helpful way to do the scaling of the project, but I'll let you decide for yourself which works for you. I'm also going to reset the height of my column to 60, and I'm going to set the diameter to 6. All right. That'll make a nice tall column that we're able to work with easily. It's a little bit different on the tutorial, which I think is a little bit more simple the way I'm doing it. So I recommend that you set the diameter on both values here to 6 and the height to 60. One kind of annoying thing about TinkerCAD is the way that the shape menu can kind of block your screen. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this so I have a little bit more room to work. And I'm also going to use my rotation cube just to give myself a little bit more space. My next step is with my column selected, and you'll see it's selected when it has the blue outlines. I'm going to hit this duplicate button so I actually have two of these columns, and I'm going to pull one out so I can work on it. I'm going to zoom in here so that I can see my values when I click on this a little bit more simply. And I'm just going to enter in a diameter on both sides of 1 so that I have a tall, thin column that matches the height of my original column. Next, I'm going to go to my snap grid right here. This controls the increments in which we can move our things around our surface. If you have it set to 1 like it is originally set at, you're going to find that you end up having large areas that you can only move your column in, and we need to have a slightly smaller ratio or increment that we can use to move our column around because it's very small, and what we're going to end up doing is putting it inside our main column. If you hit shift, it's going to help you slide it only on a single axis and make the movement a little bit more controlled. I want to end up with my thin column about halfway in and halfway out of my original column. And with the increment set to 0.25 millimeter, it's going to allow me to get that small change that I want instead of the large jumps between whole numbers. All right, that's good about there. When you're placing your cylinder, you can also use the align tool by highlighting both of your shapes and then making sure that your cylinder is centered on the central axis of your large column so that it will stay in the perfect position.